Welcome to True Story Testers, the halls of history and cinema. Today, we delve into the things that Sound of Freedom got factually right and wrong, shedding light into the differences between movie magic and historical reality. The movie Sound of Freedom emerges as a beacon in this realm, a film that has stirred the souls of many with its portrayal of Tim Ballard's relentless fight to rescue children from the clutches of exploitation, drawing from Ballard's own testimonies and case files. It mirrors his own evolution from a government agent to a global advocate against child exploitation. Yet, within its moving story, lies a complex collage of fact and fiction. The film unfurls in Honduras, painting a distressing picture of siblings Miguel and Rocio ensnared by a wicked plot under the guise of a casting call, a storyline from the real-life tapestry of Tim Ballard's experiences. The character Kelly Joanna Suarez, once a beauty queen now turned mastermind behind these terrible crimes, is not just a figment of cinematic imagination, but a shadow cast from reality. Tim Ballard's initial triumph in rescuing Miguel in the U.S Mexico border serves as a testament of the real triumphs against this dark business, incorporating a core of harsh truth into the story of the film. The storyline involving Miguel and Rocio is inspired by real operations conducted in Latin America, specifically reflecting operations in Colombia and Haiti, where Ballard's team executed bold rescues. Adding Kelly Joanna Suarez's character points to the complicated connections that keep the trafficking business going. It shows how sadly, people from all sorts of backgrounds get caught up in these crimes. So, was the start point of the movie real? Yes. This is the story of a daring rescue mission, not penned by the hands of fiction, but etched in the annals of a reality. In a story that takes us deep into the thick and scary jungles of the Amazon, we see Tim facing a very tough enemy, the Revolutionary Armed Forces of Colombia, a group whose reputation precedes them, shrouded in whispers and fear. This jungle, in a place abandoned by the outside world, where neither the army nor the police dare to venture, Tim hatches a plan of bold bravery. Masquerading as doctors, Tim and his companion, known as Vampiro, start their mission to rescue a girl caught by this guerrilla force. Tim, with strong willpower and courage, carries out the rescue mission alone. In movies, you'd usually see a whole team of Marines or soldiers doing this. But here, Tim is all by himself in the tough jungle, doing what many people would think is impossible. While the cinematic portrayal suggests a solo mission deep within Colombia's Amazon, the threads of reality weave a different tale. The true battleground for Tim Ballard's real-life operation lay not in the dense forests of South America, but on the borderlands separating Haiti and the Dominican Republic. There, the quest was not for a girl named Rocio, but for an individual named Gardy, a mission that remains unfulfilled, as Gardy's whereabouts continue to elude discovery. Unlike the dramatized version of events, Ballard's operations were executed with the support of his team, without the Hollywood-esque flair of a lone wolf taking down adversaries single-handedly. So, did Tim Ballard really go on the mission on his own? No. The character Vampiro is a mix of real facts and added details for excitement. Drawing inspiration from an actual ally in Tim Ballard's campaign, the film shows this character with a story that, while secured in reality, sails into making things sound more thrilling. So, turning Vampiro's serious experience into a dramatic scene shows how the movie wants to tell its story in an exciting way. Vampiro's character, although made up, represents the moral uncertainties and tough decisions that people involved in fighting trafficking often encounter. His background reminds us of real people who, despite having questionable pasts, have played a big part in fighting against trafficking, making it hard to tell who's really a hero and who's a villain. So, was Vampiro a real person in real life? Yes. The foundation of Operation Underground Railroad, portrayed in the film as the peak of Ballard's commitment to the cause, stands as a monument to the possibility of impact and change. However, the organization has faced problems, like people criticizing it and controversies that make its portrayal in the movie seem too simple. The movie talks about how it started and what it does, which is inspiring, but it also makes us think about the hard parts and the ethical questions involved in fighting against human trafficking. The representation of Operation Underground Railroad's foundation captures the spirit of a pivotal moment in the mid-2010s when the organization gained international attention. The film's portrayal, even though it simplifies things, shows the problems the organization had at the start, like figuring out how to do things and deciding what was right and wrong. So, was Tim Ballard's resignation real? Yes. When Tim left Homeland Security, he found himself without the financial support needed to carry on with his investigations. It's at this juncture that he crosses paths with a wealthy Colombian named Paul. By reaching out to Paul's sense of right and wrong, Tim convinces him to provide the necessary funding. In real life, however, it was Glenn Beck, a well-known political commentator, who stepped in to fill this role. Beck played a crucial part in securing the finances required for their ongoing missions. According to Ballard, as he was transitioning out of his role, Beck began to assist in fundraising efforts, a testament to their collaborative spirit. Interestingly, Glenn Beck was not just a behind-the-scenes supporter, he was initially given a role in the movie itself. Ballard reveals that Beck's character made it into the early drafts of the script, only to be omitted later due to time constraints and concerns about story flow. The decision to cut Beck's part was a practical choice, aimed at keeping the story tight and focused. So, did the Colombian Paul provide him with financial support? No. Yet, as we delve deeper, the movie adds its canvas with threads of generalization and dramatization. The portrayal of the average victim and perpetrator diverges from the nuanced reality acknowledged by anti-trafficking experts. The cinematic portrayal of victims, often younger and trapped in overly dramatic circumstances, overlooks the more subtle, yet equally harmful aspects of vulnerability and exploitation that mostly affect adult women and teenagers in less dramatic but very widespread ways. This part of the movie shows victims and bad guys in general ways, but it makes us think about the many different ways people are exploited, which are not shown in the movie. It subtly echoes the findings from various UN reports in the early 2010s, showing the global nature of trafficking and the diverse profiles of those affected. So was the average victim right portrayed in the movie? No. In the conclusion of the movie Sound of Freedom, we are left to sift through the interplay of light and shadow, truth and fiction. The film, for all its dramatized stories and embellished portrayals, serves as an important reminder of the grim realities that underpin its story. It invites us to reflect on the essence of bravery, the multifaceted nature of human trafficking, and the unstoppable spirit of those who dare to confront this darkness. The film's story serves not just as entertainment, but as a call to awareness and action. What was the most enjoyable part for you? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more fascinating content exploring the difference between movies and reality.